Kingdom Hour. It's the Kingdom Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned into the Kingdom Hour Show, where we are declaring the kingdom, preaching the truth, and transforming cultures. Now here's your host, Apostle Keith.
Ladies and gentlemen, fresh.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
Well, great greetings to each and every one of you. Guess what, y'all? It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. It's that time in the radio land for those of you out there on 1550 WPFC as well as 1570 97.3 WABL out in the Tangible Hope Parish area, as well as here in Baton Rouge on 1550, of course, and on every digital streaming platform possible: Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Spotify. You got it, we're there. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Let's go. You know how it goes down every Friday here at the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. We have Church Taboo Topics coming your way. We have Bless Up or Mess Up. Church Taboo Topics is the tough topics that you would like to talk about but don't have the courage, the space, or the place to talk about it. Well, we talk about it right here on the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. And then, of course, Bless Up or Mess Up, new music that we're going to air on the platform, give you, the listening audience, the opportunity to weigh in on that music. Let us know if it's a bless up, a keeper, a mess up. We're going to pray for them and let them try it again. That's bless up or mess up. You could be a part of that segment of the show simply by dialing the number 225-406-7674. It's the number again. That's 225-406-7674. And then, of course, you can always be a part of the conversation that we're having here at the Kingdom Hour Radio Show by dialing that number, 225-406-7674. Would love to hear your thoughts. And then, of course, you can always leave your comments on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Just simply put them in the box. We have moderators that will moderate those questions for us. And don't forget, you can always send us an email at info@kingdomhour.com. Whether you have a show topic or maybe a suggestion for one of our church taboo topics, you can send that over to us at info@kingdomhour.com. And then we always start the show off by, of course, acknowledge those who walk with us and support us here at the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. First and foremost, Elevate Church of yeah.
What happened? Where you at?
I don't know. I said something like Elevate Church. Oh! There it is. Yeah.
You gotta do it right.
Yeah. Elevate. Oh! Okay, there it is. What? What'd I do?
You did it right.
Okay. Elevate Church of Baton Rouge. Yes, Baton Rouge. Y'all thought I was going to do it again, huh? 10957 Greenwell Springs Road, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Service times takes place at 10:30 on the Sunday, 6:30 on the Tuesday for our Tuesday night Bible study. You can come out and be a part of that every Tuesday. Doors open at 6 o'clock where intercessory prayer starts. If you're standing in need of prayer, then we'll be praying for you on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock, so you can come out and be a part of that. And for the last 16 years. 16.
What you say?
Yes, that's what I said. 16 years. Church on the Levee has been going down in the downtown Baton Rouge area. And this year, too, of course, we've been, I think it's going on probably about 10 years now. We've been doing Thanksgiving Day service there on the Levee. So for the last 10 years, we have Thanksgiving service for those who are on the Levee. So every Thursday at 5 o'clock it goes down. We're out there feeding, and we're out there being a blessing and fellowshipping with those who are without houses. And so you can come out and be a part of that, be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ right along with us. And on Thanksgiving Day morning, you can also be a part of that as well. We'll be out there, haircuts, clothes giveaways. I mean, this is gonna be on and popping. Last year was totally amazing. Yeah,
I wasn't there.
That's okay. They had dancers out there. We had other organizations come out and be a part. You saw the video? I was in the video.
I mean, I saw you standing kind of in a circle on the edge.
Well, I was just trying to say you weren't there, and I was trying to say I was in the video that you saw.
Does that mean that you were one of the dancers? You were doing a break dance in the middle of the circle?
That's a negative. And so you can come out and be a part of Church on the Levee, our Thanksgiving edition on this year. If you would like to support, sponsor, or be a part, you can send us an email to outreachresources225@gmail.com. Again, that's outreachresources225@gmail.com to be a part or to support. Maybe you want to send in a financial support, or maybe you want to just kind of give something away. You can do that by reaching out to that email address. Do it today. We'd love to have you be a part of this amazing outreach. Yep, it's the Kingdom Hour Show. We're about to get into it, y'all.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour. It's the Kingdom Hour with your host Apostle and the Kingdom Crew. The voice, Desiree Collins, Pastor Travis Paul, and Ricky Robinson.
This is Mommy Moments with the Glamazon Mom.
If your kids are anything like mine, I bet they have some good taste, honey. Yeah, they get it from their mama. But child, sometimes their taste and my bank account get into a knockdown, drag-out fight. But when that happens, it's a great opportunity to introduce a new word to their vocabulary: budget. Even if you haven't been doing it from the beginning, sitting down with your kid and saying, this is the budget. If you need more money, you're going to have to work for it. The problem is parents are doing it all for the kids these days, and you know where that leads: entitlement. So the next time your kids come asking about the new Jordans or iPhone, all you have to do is sit down and break out that good old-fashioned dictionary. Your wallet will thank you for it. I'm Ebony Funderburk, your Glamazon mom. Make it a great day and stay fabulous, honey.
That's a mommy moment. Be a Glamazon Mom. You're on Facebook? Like our fan page at Glamazon Moms. Follow us on Twitter at Glamazon Moms. And remember, not all superheroes wear capes. Glamazon Mom.
It's the Kingdom Hour on WABL and WPFC. Keep it locked. Keep it locked. It's the Kingdom Hour.
You heard it. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. In the building with us today on this wet Friday is the Funky Cole Maninas. Yep, that's Nick Manina, and that's Malika. Well, I think that's Malika, blonde hair. I don't know. She an imposter. Yeah, I guess that's her. Yeah, that's Malika. Is that her?
That's my sister.
That's your sister with the blonde hair?
That's her.
She done switched it up on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day I asked Nick, I said, I didn't know Malika got a hair braided. He said, what did he say? I said, I didn't know she got a hair braided. Is that a wig? He said, doesn't matter.
But doesn't matter. That's a good answer. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he was like, why you trying to throw shade? I wasn't. You know, she switch her hair like 3 times a day.
Not 3 times in the day.
Noon, and then night. She gonna put another one on soon as she
told
get
him,
home.
let me find out they role playing at the house. Let me find out.
Long as he not putting on a couple of wiggies.
Oh.
No.
It's ministry. Why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
That's a good one.
You know what? That's hashtag why does it matter? Yeah, why?
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, why does it matter? That's the Funky Cole Maninas holding it down over there on the 1s and 2s, pushing the whites, the reds, the greens, and the blues. We don't have blues, but if we had it, they'll be pushing it. And then over here at the commands, well, they can't reach their hand over there and push this blue.
Okay.
They're over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But that's over here pointing out blue. I'm glad you know your colors. She's like, yeah, that's blue right there.
Blue's right there. Blue's right there. Blue's one of my favorite colors, sir.
And it is my favorite color as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's Ricky Robinson, the Emerge Butterfly. Ricky, Creative Concepts.
Yes,
How are
sir.
you today, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
That's wonderful.
Did you get wet coming in?
Actually, Malika opened the door as soon as I got here, so I didn't get wet too much, and I put a hat on my head to kind of save my hair. So yeah, that's where we at.
So only the part up under the hat actually got saved, huh? What about the little?
I mean, I think the flaps from the side actually saved
Covered?
the rest of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't put any heat to my head in a couple of days. So
Okay.
I haven't really combed it since Sunday, but hey, you got it.
Yeah, that's little TMI. Too much information. And then switching over here to Desiree DC, the voice. That's right. District woman. Well, district woman. Councilwoman. District 3.
District 3.
There in Baker District
Louisiana.
woman. She from them streets, y'all. No, I'm playing.
That's what it read.
She
to me. I was
belongs.
like,
She belongs to them Baker Street.
That is.
Let's go. Desiree
Still
Collins.
belongs to them streets.
I said Baker Street.
She'll belong in
I
those
don't
streets.
know. It's
I think that's a
either way
negative
it goes.
connotation.
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling it
It
right
is.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not outside.
Nope.
No. Praise the Lord. How are you?
She can't even come back from that. We're gonna take a commercial break.
I know, huh?
It's well with my soul.
All is well. That's right. It is well. It is well. You fanning Ricky hot?
hot,
yeah.
that comment made you hot.
Yeah, get you
Praise
there,
God. Y'all doing amazing today. It's Friday.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great.
all
Yeah,
right.
being here on the grind, getting it done. Yep.
Thank you for that.
I just got quiet over it.
I just want to see how long it's gonna take you to just say you're gonna probably. Why y'all silent? What did I do? What I do?
I can always mute you.
No. I mute myself.
You mute yourself? Okay. Praise God. Anyway, so a lot of great things are happening, going on in the city. There's some things happening this weekend, right?
Yes.
All right. Like what?
Well, tonight is blackout night at Baker High School.
Blackout.
If you got your black, we calling for it. There you are. You ready
I'm
to
in
go
my
to the
black.
game today? Both
Yep.
of y'all.
Yeah.
Black
Y'all
and
already
white.
knew. You understood the assignment.
Understood and accepted it and understood it.
So
Yes.
blackout tonight. I know that. And
So what does that entail?
that,
Blackout.
that means that everybody who's for Team Baker wears all black.
Got you.
From your head to your
It
toes.
is Friday night football.
It is Friday night
Yeah.
football. Yeah. And they'll be playing Dunham
Okay.
this afternoon. And tomorrow, Baker's got a community cleanup starting at 7 a.m. to 11, where you can just pick up the trash that you should have been picking up on anyway.
And that you should have never put down.
That you put down last week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That
yeah,
part.
that part. Magnolia Rose Foundation is going to be hosting their gala tomorrow night. I'm pretty excited about that. As always, this
Yeah.
normalizes play experiences for neurodivergent children. People always ask, a lot of words, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know how when you take your kid to the store or somewhere and they making those noises and people go, is your kid okay?
Quite okay,
Is your
yeah.
kid okay?
Yeah.
Is your kid normal? You know, those things.
You know what? I would say no. My kid is not okay. He'll be doing better if you put some money in his hand.
Give.
Yeah.
You were
Give.
obviously called to give, right?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
came over
'cause
here.
Scan the
Yeah.
QR code.
Right.
Yeah,
Send it
could
to
you
my cash.
can you scan right here?
QR
He'll
code
be,
right
he'll
down
be
his
quiet
shirt.
in a moment if you just scan right
Right
there.
there.
Just
Exactly.
scan right there. Yeah, he'll be okay.
Exactly. So when people give to a Magnolia Rose Foundation, they're giving towards play dates. I'm pretty excited about it. A play date on an average is about $1,000 a month. She hosts one a month.
Wow.
So she's raising the money for the year of 2025. What that means is if someone has a child who is neurodivergent, they're able to bring these kids at no cost to the parent, and the play is normalized, meaning everybody here is totally accepting of the sounds, the moans, the running,
Yeah.
and the trueness of who your kid is. Their siblings are also allowed to come as well, because it's a family affair. So I am really excited about supporting them annually. So if there's anybody who wants to simply, hey, Des, I can't make it to the gala, but I want to give, then go ahead and go to the Magnolia Rose Foundation on Facebook. You're going to see their page. Drop some coins in their purse. $5 is $5 more than you had before you gave.
That is. Drop some coins in there. Run me my coins.
Yeah.
Run me my coins. That's awesome.
I wish you had the Cash App sound. That'll be cool. She said, "Remember my coins."
What is the cash?
I don't know what it's called. It's not like coins falling.
It
Oh,
is.
that's what it is?
Yeah, something like that.
I've never
I mean,
heard my cash app
I'll-
ring like that.
You know
love
what?
That's her go bang.
Send me a Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't feel the need to be the guinea
Are
pig
you
of the
sure?
sample. Huh?
I just want to hear the sound.
How about you just send it to me?
I mean, but I asked you first.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but
So,
you want to hear it,
I
not
didn't
me.
even-
So just go ahead and send me a little something.
Monday
Ring my cash app.
Monday's the last day to register to vote by paper.
Yes. Yes.
And so what that means is people can go by a DMV and get applications. Actually, I bought some today.
Okay.
So I keep them with me so that anybody who
That's
says,
awesome.
oh, no.
Yeah.
And sometimes people register to vote, but they register to vote in Denham Springs, but
Right,
they
they're
live
not-
in,
right.
Central.
Can
right?
you talk about how people are registered to vote, but their name is no longer showing up any longer?
Absolutely.
Because that happened to my daughter.
Yes.
So she was registered. She registered when she was 18 years old when they had the last vote, the last big election, and she voted. And thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
It's kind of moving again,
Well,
but I'll move it again.
There you go.
All right. But she, we looked into the system the other day, and her name is not showing up. And we know that she's been voting before,
Right.
and her name is no longer there anymore. So you may have a lot of people that name is no longer showing up on the voters registration, and they don't know it.
Right.
So I do recommend everybody trying to get into
Yep.
the know of being prepared to get registered to vote and to know where you're registered at. I mean, we think that we know. I'm still registered in the same place. I'm back on that side of town anyway, but I'm still registered at the same place I've been registered at. Maybe not changed my address or anything like that, but I mean, I did change my address. But just saying, everybody don't know that, especially when you have younger kids that just turned the age of 18.
Right.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. So what people, it's like the purge, right? And people have to be mindful of that. You might think, yes, when election time comes, I'm going to go and vote on November 7th, right? But you haven't checked to see that maybe you need to get registered again. It could be because you hadn't voted in a while, right? You may have voted for the last major election, but you haven't voted in other smaller local elections, that your name is dropped. I honestly don't have all the justification with why people's names were purged, but I do encourage everybody, if you think that you are a registered voter, that you go ahead and go to the Go Vote, GEAUX, Go Vote app, download it, and it's going to tell you whether you are or not. Now, if you're not, no big deal. It takes 2 minutes for you to go ahead and update your registration online.
Yep.
So you don't have to get to a paper copy. You can simply just go GEAUX, vote, and then download that app, and you'll be able to see it and go ahead and go through the process. It's literally 2 minutes to make sure that you're registered. That does concern me. I would hate to see people go and think that they're going to go vote, get there and find out they can't.
Yeah. Now, I heard, because I produce Senator Regina Barrow's show on Thursdays, and you can actually, while you're there, fill out, was not like an affidavit, but you can still vote, even if you don't have your ID or something. There's some kind of, oh God, what is it called? I forgot what they said it was. So you don't have to leave if you get there and you found out your name has been dropped. There's some kind of, not absentee vote, but it's some kind of affidavit you can fill out right there on the spot.
Okay.
And you can still cast your vote. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that information is on the
It's on
Go
the screen
Vote.
now.
Yeah,
Go
but I
Vote
think it's
app,
on that.
download
Yeah,
free
on the
today.
website.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So we are advertising to go vote.
Absolutely.
Something else I want people to know too. Many times people think because they've gone to prison that they aren't eligible to vote. Did you know that if you have gone to prison, you have a felony, and you're no longer on probation, that you can go and get registered to vote?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Your vote
That
still
is
counts, because guess what? It can probably change a lot of laws.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, you were in there. You make a lot of people been arrested for the wrong reasons,
Right.
or not necessarily was not convicted the right way.
Right.
You know, so they
Right.
probably was there, but they didn't do the act. So they can try to make a change of how we see things.
I talk to a lot of people who may experience some measure of shame, right? It's like, well, I served time, so I can't vote. And I'm going, how long ago was that? Are you off probation? They go, yeah. I said, you can vote. And
So they can, if they went to jail and they're off of probation, they can go to vote.
they can get registered to vote.
Okay, they can get registered.
They need to get registered. You
Okay,
can't
what
go
if-
vote until you're registered.
What if they are on probation and they're out?
If you're out, but you're still on probation, when you're at the end of your probation term,
Okay.
then you're able to register to vote. I encourage everybody, talk to the people that you know who may have served some time, who thinking that it doesn't matter, I can't vote, and let them know, yes, they can. Paper copy, by the 10th. But you can continue to register to vote online with the Go Vote app. I think that date is the 11th. I'll tell you before the show is over with. Pretty excited about the opportunity to empower people with that knowledge.
No problem. Let me call Rick and tell her she can, when she get off probation, she can go vote.
Anyway, hey guys, stick around. Don't go anywhere. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Yeah, we're live and direct. Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, Roku TV, and the other places and spaces as well. We'll be right back with the Kingdom Hour Radio Show.
Join us for the Kingdom Hour Radio Show with Apostle Keith and the Kingdom Crew. Live on Fridays at 4:30 on WABL 97.3 FM, WABL 1570, and WPFC 1550. Proclaiming the kingdom, preaching the truth, and transforming culture.
Well, when that time rolls around for your taxes, you want to get the fast, friendly, reliable, and affordable tax service that has over 60 years of experience. That's A&R All Tax Service. That's right, A&R All Tax Service. You want to give them a call today at 225-775-1706, or maybe you want to just drop by and pay them a visit at 12841 Plank Road there in Baker, Louisiana. Again, 225-775-1706. They're there to answer all your questions, to handle all of your tax needs. A&R All Tax Service. When you want it done right, you want A&R All Tax Service to do it for you. When you get there, ask for Ruby Richard, Audrey Palmer, or Miss Irma Bajeron. That's right, A&R All Tax Service. They'll get the job done fast, friendly, and reliable. Did I mention that it's affordable? Yeah, it's affordable too. That's A&R All Tax Service.
Has your home seen better days? Holes in the walls or outdated look? Need a wash job and a fresh paint? Call Your Right Hand Man LLC for the job, handling all of your carpentry, drywall, electrical, painting, plumbing, pressure washing needs. For your free estimate, contact Mr. Kenneth White, Your Right Hand Man LLC at 225-810-1283. Again, 225-810-1283. Your Right Hand Man LLC for the job. Let them know the Kingdom Hour Radio Show sent you over.
It's the Kingdom Hour on WABL and WPFC. Keep it locked. Keep it locked. The hour coming, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
That's right, you heard it's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show, live and direct on every digital streaming space you can find. Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Spotify. You got it, we're there. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. It's going down here every Friday at 4:30. You can be a part of today's show simply by dialing the number 225-406-7674. It's the number to dial. Again, it's 225-406-7674. It's the number to dial to be a part of today's show. Listen, since we were talking the voting stuff, I went on ahead and got my good friend on the phone, Senator Regina Barrow. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Pastor Richard?
I'm doing amazing, staying dry and high on Jesus.
Well, that's a great combination. You can't lose with that.
Hey, can't lose with the stuff we use. Good to have you on the line today. We were talking over some voting stuff, and you know, when I was doing the show, producing the show for you on the other day, there's some things happening around the whole voting and election type of thing. Folk are getting, getting dropped off the voters list. And what's the numbers? Because folk need to hear the statistics behind that and what's happening with the voting stuff.
So there are nearly right over almost 500,000 people that are on the verge of being purged from the voting list. And that is very concerning. When you have over 550-some thousand voters who stand to be purged from the voting list. And what that means is they have missed the last federal election. So if they miss this election, they will certainly be taken off the voting rolls. But we don't know what's going to happen if they show up and they have not making sure, if they've not gone in and ensured with the register of voters that they are good. So, this may have happened because they moved, because they got married and had a name change, or anything of that sort. We also found that there were some people who that happened to by accident. So I am encouraging people to please go and check their voting status. And you can do that with your phone, with your smartphone. You can go to GoVote, and that's spelled GEAUXVOTE.com. It's going to pull up the Secretary of State website. It has where you can check your voting status. Click on the button that says, maybe you can just click on the button that says, review my ballot. Review your ballot. When you put your information in, it's going to ask for your name, and your date of birth and your zip code. then you will know whether or not you are still on the voting rolls in good standard.
Yeah.
If not, you have until Monday to actually go in, register or re-register in person. And you have until next week to register online. But I'm telling people, please don't take any chances. This is a very crucial, critical election. There's so much at stake. If you have not read Project 2025, which the former president has said he's going to reinstitute. He was in the making of putting that in place when he was in office the last time, and he didn't get reelected. He is promising to put that in place if reelected or if elected again. We cannot afford that. When you read Project 2025, the very hairs on the back of your neck should stand up, because democracy as we know it would completely go away.
Yes, it would.
Wow.
It would.
Wow.
Project 2025 is definitely something that is very concerning for me, and as well as for my children. My children are talking about it. So, you know, the kids are talking about it, and one of them cannot even vote right now. And she's just like, Project 2025.
Yeah.
You know, and it could just be very concerning because they're talking about it in the schools as well. So it is something that they need to know. So by next week, by Monday, if they have not already checked their ballot to vote, they haven't, the paper copy you said is to about Monday, right?
It's Monday.
Monday.
That's
okay.
right. The Monday to do it in
October 7th.
person with a paper copy at the clerk of court offices, at motor vehicle. You can go and actually turn in your ballot. But I'm telling people, don't wait until then.
Yeah, don't
go
wait.
Check
so
it today.
They can check it online today. Right.
Yeah.
Now you said something else, and give me some clarity on it if I got it right. You were saying for those who get to the polls and maybe they're didn't have their ID or something of that nature, isn't there some kind of paperwork they could fill out there on the spot, or was it like an affidavit or something we were talking about?
Yes, it's a provisional ballot that they can fill out. So I'm telling people, do not leave. So if you have an issue when you get there, and then there is a number that you can call, and I do not have that number before me. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up before I get off the phone. That you can call if you have a problem, so that you can speak to some attorneys that's going to be working that day, because we suspect that we're going to have some foolery as it relates to the elections. But
always love that word, tomfoolery. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Some type of foolery is going on here. So there's going to be a number that they can call the day of election if their name is not on the ballot to be able to vote, and those are going to be considered paper ballots. Is that correct?
Well, yes, it's called a provisional ballot. So if you get there and for some reason your name is not on there, or you're having a hard time because maybe your address doesn't match up with the address that's on the voting book, then make sure you don't leave without voting. To have them to do a provisional ballot, which they would have to verify and double check before not counting your vote. And this allows you to still vote, and for your vote to still be counted once they verify that you are a legitimate voter.
Okay, but there will be attorneys there that can help them out, or a phone number they can call to at that time.
Yes,
okay.
there would definitely be a phone number that you can call, and I'm going to tell you who are some of the best people that's going to be working across the board to help individuals, and that's the Power Coalition. So I'm trying to pull up their information right quick, because they have put that information on their website, that if you have any issues or problems, they can assist you. And they will also be providing transportation on Election Day.
So there's no excuses.
No excuses. Don't wait until Election Day.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging people to please go vote early. And you can pick your day, pick your weather, pick who you want to go with. We have from Saturday to Saturday, excluding that Sunday, to go and vote early.
Yeah.
And so go vote early. Go ahead and take care of your business. Make sure that you're already taken care of. Bring your family with you. Make it a family ordeal. Yeah. I've heard, a lot of people saying that they're going to make this a generational event.
Love that.
Because it is a historic event. And so I'm encouraging people to do that. Bring your mom, bring your daughter, you go yourself, because I plan on doing that with my family.
That's
making
awesome.
it a family ordeal. that we are making sure that everybody go and vote.
I love that. Now, I thought you was about to drop, just a little hint when you said every day except for Sunday. I thought you was going to give us a plug and say, don't go Sunday, just go to Elevate Church and worship with Pastor Keith. But you dropped the ball on that one.
Go to Elevate Church, go to church, make sure that you guys are praying. This is a critical election.
Absolutely.
What happens in this election is going to set the trajectory for this country for the next couple of decades.
Yeah.
Not just one decade, but for a couple of decades, because there's so much at play that is really looking to undermine government and democracy as we know it today.
Wow. Thank you so much, Senator Regina
You're
Barrow,
welcome.
for taking time out. She told me she can give me 5. She gave me 7. Well, actually 8 now. Thank you so much. Love you much.
Okay, love you too.
Thank
See
you.
you later. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. That was Senator Regina Barrow dropping dimes and gems on the whole voting scene. And, get out there to vote. I mean, 500,000 people about to be purged.
Yeah.
500,000.
That's a lot of people.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because the people who are elected in office are going to be representing them, though they didn't have a chance to give their voice about who they wanted to
And just to
represent
repeat, we say this again: if you don't vote, you already voted.
Yeah.
Because
your
if you're
no
not-
vote is it's a vote.
It's correct.
Yeah.
So,
October 15th is the last that you can vote, that you can register to vote online.
Yeah. October 15th.
No, did you say October the 5th? That's
October
tomorrow. I'm going to say
15.
I'm going to say the 5th tomorrow. Go do it today.
That's right. Get it done today.
Yes, today.
Yeah. But go online, go ahead and check and make sure that you're still on the registry to vote.
Yeah.
And if you have any issues, go ahead and settle those issues up expediently.
Yeah.
You can do it online. It's as simple as that.
It can. You should have family conversations. You should sit down and tell everybody, let's open your phone, download this app, and let's take care of that business to make sure everybody's registered to vote. And I can leave some applications here at Elevate.
Get it ready.
Yeah. Oh,
I
got it.
Okay, I can leave some applications here at Elevate Church. And if anybody wants to fill them out Sunday, you can turn them in on Monday.
Gotcha.
Ready, go. Vote.
Or you can make sure that everybody downloads the app while they're in church on Sunday.
We can do that. We put a QR code and put a sign out in the foyer. Get ready to vote. Go. Vote.
To vote. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get it. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Go. Vote.
Go.
Vote.
Go.
Vote.
Cast your vote.
It's your right.
Cast your vote.
It's your right.
Cast your vote. If you don't go vote, you already done it. I don't know what I'm saying.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
It's the Kingdom Hour radio show coming up in a few short moments. Church taboo topics. Again, want to give a big shout out to Senator Regina Barrow for calling in, giving us a little insight on the whole voting scene. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. It's the Kingdom Hour radio show.
It's the Kingdom Hour with your host Apostle and the Kingdom Crew. The voice, Desiree Collins, Pastor Travis Paul, and Ricky Robinson.
This is Antonio Neal. You are listening to WABL 1570 AM, 97.3 FM, and WPFC 1550 AM, home of the Kingdom Hour radio show.
1 John 2:12 through 14. I write to you, little children, because your sins are forgiven you for his name's sake. I write to you, fathers, because you have known him who is from the beginning. I write to you, young men, because you have overcome the wicked one. I write to you, little children, because you have known the Father. I have written to you, fathers, because you have known him who is from the beginning. I have written to you, young men, because you are strong, and the word of God abides in you, and you have overcome the wicked one.
This is Antonio Neal, and I love listening to Scripture Radio on WABL 1570 AM and 97.3 FM.
You heard it. It is the Kingdom Hour radio show right here live and direct on your radio dials 1550 WPFC as well as 1570 and 97.3 WABL out there in the Tangipahoa Amite area. It's the Kingdom Hour Radio Show.
The Jambalaya Shop, 225-243-7001. Visit the Jambalaya Shop in Denham Springs. Whether you're tailgating, taking the night off from cooking to feed the family, or just grabbing something for your lunch break, the Jambalaya Shop has menu items just right for the occasion. They have jambalaya, pastalaya, red beans, gumbo, shrimp etouffee, shrimp fettuccine, pork roast, and gravy. Just visit the Jambalaya Shop. The secret is in the pot. Jambalaya Shop is phone. You can call them at 225-243-7001, 775-55 Magnolia Beach Road, number E, in Denham Springs. The Jambalaya Shop.
It's the Kingdom Hour on WABL and WPFC. Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
Welcome back to the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. It's your host, Apostle Keith. In the building with us is the Merge Butterfly, Ricky Robinson, as well as Desiree DC, the voice. It's going down, of course, coming up in a few short moments is Church Taboo Topics, the tough topics that you would love to talk about, but don't have the courage, the space, or the place to talk about it. Well, you found the space and the place. It's here, the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. We're talking about it. It's Church Taboo Topics.
Get ready for Church Taboo Topics with the Kingdom Crew. Hard topics to be discussed and tough questions you want answered and much, much more. Let's go. Up next, Church Taboo Topics with the Kingdom Crew. The Kingdom Crew.
That's right. Church Taboo Topics is tough topics that you would love to talk about, but don't have the courage to talk about. Well, we're going to talk about it right here. We're going to talk about the thing.
We're going to talk about it, and we want y'all to call in. If y'all have anything to say about the Church Taboo topic, make sure you're dialing at 225-406-7674. Again, 225-406-7674. And the voice is going to read off the topic for today.
Let's see what we got.
Let's go. Juicy, juicy.
Ooh, pass the paycheck. Stay humble or hustle. So why do we expect pastors to be spiritual superheroes, but freak out when they take a paycheck or make money outside from church? Hashtag pocket watching.
Oh, you're watching my
So read that one more time. So this is
all right.
That's a juicy topic right there. Y'all over there pocket watching.
Okay, pastors' paycheck. Stay humble or hustle. Why do we expect pastors to be spiritual superheroes, but freak out when they take a paycheck or make some money outside of church? Hashtag you pocket watching. Get out of my pocket.
Get out of my pocket.
Why y'all in my pocket?
Well, I feel like pastors got to pay bills. I wish that certain appointed or anointed positions don't require payment of bills.
Yeah.
Life. It's like
period.
if you make a decision that you're going to be a pastor, you do not have to pay a mortgage. And you don't have to pay lights, water, or electricity.
So they're going to make that
I
a
like
rule.
that picture. That was cool.
Or you don't have or you don't have to pay a car note or car insurance. And you automatically get a stipend to go to the grocery store.
You're a councilman. Why don't you pass that bill?
Okay. And
I'll move the baker.
built in one check. One vacation per year.
Just one?
Just that's a lot.
That's enough.
That's
enough.
So we're not watching their pockets. We just we don't expect them to. Some people will actually leave a church when they're asking for talking about tithing when they were talking about love offering. I've heard some people. Oh, I'm too far away. I'm so sorry, sir.
That's when you scared of the microphone.
That's okay. Is that better for you?
Well, it's better for the listening audience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so as I was stating, that a lot of people do not like when you're talking about tithing, which is actually in the Bible, and they talk about
Is it?
about.
No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
I'm about to get my purse, right? So that's in the Bible. The Bible don't say that.
It's in the Bible.
But it's in the Bible. But just actually just knowing that your pastor do have bills themselves as well. They actually do serve. You want them to pray over you. They want you. You're in the hospital. They want you to come see them. And the moment they don't come see you, they call to check on you. That wasn't good enough.
Right.
That's not good enough for some people.
You mean gas money?
That's no, it's not good enough for people to say, my pastor called and checked on me.
Yeah.
But he didn't come up here and see me though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes
Gas money.
Gas money.
Yeah. Or just gas.
It's just gas at all.
Maybe they had gas.
But here's the thing: we have to realize that pastors can't always go into every room. Because think about it, you go into the hospital room, things may also attach to you as well, and you have to be mindful on where you are spiritually at that moment for you to be able to pray for your I'm gonna say loved one, but to pray for your
congregation.
Yeah. So you have to be mindful of that. I mean, now, you're a pastor. I'm not, so you can kind of speak on that for yourself, sir.
I just love to hear the people's opinions about that because, of course, people say I'm biased because I am a pastor, but, so I love to hear the thoughts.
I have a question.
225-406-7674. Go ahead.
Do you have bills?
I do. Lots of them.
You have bills, okay.
I do.
And so
I have kids, too. That's another bill.
I was about to ask you about those.
Yeah.
And a wife?
I do. I have one of those.
Right.
Just one.
Just one of those.
She's beautiful.
Let me thank you in advance for that.
Okay.
So
for having one?
Just one.
Yeah.
So you do this ministry full time?
Full time. On top of other things.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when people think that you're supposed to do this full time, which is a 40-hour week, which one of us would go to work for 40 hours and not expect a paycheck?
Oh my.
Some of them want to really get paid for ahead of time. Think about it too. Some people want you to do a job and get paid after the job is completed.
A deposit.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, okay, you're going to wait for it.
Wait for it.
We're going to give you the rest of it after the fact.
My
it's already done.
So pastors don't even ask for a down payment before, like
a deposit,
a security deposit.
Can I get a security deposit? Well, some of them, we do our offering before I do the message, so that's kind of security deposit. No, I'm just joking.
I do have something to say. I was watching a sermon online. Not going to say the church, but they did say they actually have the I'm not going to say the well, but they do have the offering basket or some sort of item like before you enter into the church.
Okay.
Like it's almost like it's a round ball. I'm not going to say the name of the church on the air. But
you're giving a pretty good description, so I'm quite sure a lot of people can figure out who it is.
But it was in the middle of, I'm not sure if it's a well or just basically saying, okay.
So you drop your offering in.
Right, and I guess I looked at it as, until we had this conversation, almost like as soon as your paycheck hit, you may have your cell phone bill that come out automatically, your light bill. Now, who had their light bill come out automatically? I don't know, not me. But your cell phone bill come out automatically. Do you have your tithes coming out automatically? Do you know how much your check is going to be every time you get ready to get paid? Some of them, myself, I may wait till the day of service, morning of service, have my envelope already ready. But we should be very mindful of having our tithes and offering ready, just like they get their money out up front. They should.
FICA?
Yeah, they should get their money up front.
Yeah.
So some people would think, okay, I pay my tithes. I'm not trying to pay my tithes for you to drive a Mercedes. Right? So people don't realize that the tithes that they're paying it as unto God. Right? And not as unto God, like kind of like sort of like giving it to God, but not really. But you are sowing a seed and paying your tithes because that is your commitment. That is your obligation and you're sowing a seed into the place that you are being fed. Right? Now from there, that place has to pay bills.
Yeah.
Because even with the church, a church has a mortgage.
Yes.
I don't think people think about churches having mortgage.
Insurance, mortgage, utilities. You have all kind of extra subscriptions, like of course we stream online, so you got the streaming fees, you got all of that.
Our text message group thing that we have as well. But I know some of you guys are online right now. If you want to call in to give your opinion, 225-406-7674. Don't be scared. If you want to be anonymous, you definitely can. We still have your phone number on the screen though.
Stop, don't tell them that.
But you want to be anonymous, you definitely can. We won't call you back, I promise you. But I can see it right over here on the screen.
Stop it, Ricky.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, when we think about that, of course, you have a lot of pastors who are living a very affluent life, in a lifestyle. I'm always been a big proponent that you should not live above and beyond the means of the people. I mean, if you have impoverished ministry, people who can't really give, they're struggling, and you're riding around in Mercedes, I mean, to me, that's a little much.
But now Mercedes is not that big of a deal.
I get
not
it.
with the Tesla trucks going around. I'm just saying. So now Mercedes can be a used Mercedes off of the used car lot. In other people's minds, it's probably
yeah.
It's the brand. It's the brand.
It's the brand. It's the name.
It's the oil change that's $160.
Well, that part, it's going to cost you more to drive it than just to have it. So, I've just always been a proponent. You have to live within the means of the people. And if I have a 6-bedroom house and you're living 8 people in a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? But at the same token, if the ministry is doing well, I mean, you're serving more people. So if you have 1,000-member ministry or membership, then you're serving 1,000 times more. So therefore, it's going to require more hours, more time. It's going to require more hospital visits, more baby showers, more this, more that. I think you should be compensated for that if you're doing more. Now, on the other hand, if you ain't doing jack, but just kind of.
Still expecting that check to come.
But you're still expecting that check. And then, here's the other thing, too. And I love the way you phrase that, Nicholas. Be humble or hustle, right? And so you got pastors who are doing extracurricular things. I say it that way. Writing books, writing music, have businesses. Now, if you didn't start those businesses off the back of the tithes and offerings of the people, some people are business savvy. I'm a business savvy person myself, so I have businesses, right, that didn't come from the church. I came into this thing with businesses. So, if that prospers, don't look at what I hustle and look at me trying to stay humble, right?
Yes.
Don't count my pockets. So if I drive a Mercedes, that ain't coming from the church. I don't. But if I go on and get one, don't be like, oh, he's stealing money from the church. You don't know what I'm doing.
You sure don't, because you do work hard, and you work for other ministries too. I've seen you work cameras. I've seen you just said you was helping with the production behind the scenes for the radio show the other day. I did hear you say that.
For you.
I've actually seen you help Matt with Pizza and Prayers. I've seen you help load up sound equipment for many people. And when I saw you in Lafayette working the sound equipment, just as humble as a servant, these large cameras, I had to take a picture of my apostle. Actually, I fed him some candy. I was like, here goes some candy. I know you need some candy in your mouth, because he was just like
bad breath, Ricky?
No, that was what he said. My breath stank. I was like, no, I just know I had some candy, and I know you like candy. So
she's that old school Mother Usher. Take this peppermint.
No, but it was just a beautiful thing to see that he was so humble enough to be able to serve. And I've seen him serve in many capacities, as well as always looking for opportunity to serve others. He will intentionally wear certain clothing to get people to ask him. The time you had on the rainbow socks, I believe, you knew somebody was going to look at you like, okay, why you got that sock on? Or those rainbow color socks, because to the world that means, gay pride. And then so it's almost like having a conversation. He looks for an opportunity to have a conversation to help change their mindset. Yeah. And so, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. But, and that's the whole thing, when it comes down to, your hustle. I mean, Paul said, Paul talks about him building tents. And a lot of ministries are those who try to come against pastors receiving a check from the ministry. They would use that scripture as Paul saying that I'm not taking a payment from the church. I'm working and I build tents. That's true. Paul did build tents, but Paul also made a case for receiving gifts from the church of Corinth and the church of Ephesus. Paul was like, listen, I'm not always coming for y'all asking for a gift, but, prepare one for me when I come.
Mm-hmm. Run me my bag.
Run me Mr. Collins, and so I some people view it as, oh, you're selling the gospel, da-da-da. It is a calling. It's one of which God called us to. However, if I'm called to this, I still got bills to pay.
Right.
and unless somebody want to just come and just bless me with $1 million and let me invest in the stock market, and I'll just double it and triple it, and I won't take a dime.
Well, actually, just not invest in the stock market, to know the stock market, know how to invest. So you got to be mindful of some of the things that we say.
Oh my God. Anyway, you must wear many hats.
I do.
But the thing of it is that we have to look at when it comes down to ministry, and I know a lot of people don't like the phraseology of that, but you have to be a businessman and a pastor simultaneously when it comes down to ministry. You got to know how to handle the business of the ministry, and you got to know how to do business to help fund the ministry, because if not, some of these ninjas, I said it, don't give as they ought to give, and you have to find other resourceful ways to help fund the ministry, because $20 in the offering
it's
ain't
not
gonna,
10% of what they
it
make.
ain't 10% what they make, and it also ain't 10% of what it's gonna take to pay these bills. I'm just saying.
To buy the toilet paper.
Yeah, well, that part right there. So people look at, even when you look at a mega-sized ministry that has maybe, I say mega, if you have a ministry of 500-600 people, listen, only 20% of the people are doing 80% of the work. Right? So thus they also only 20% of the people. I read a statistic. It takes a new convert, a new member into a church. It takes them 3 to 5 years before they faithfully give to a church. They may come in and give, on the front end $1, $5. They may give once a week or maybe once a month. But it takes them 3 to 5 years before they commit to faithfully giving every week. And so you may have 800 people, but the offering may be $8.
That's right.
You about to ring my cash app?
No, but I found the sound.
and so, but during that time, though, while you're waiting for that 3 to 5 years, you still got toilet paper to buy.
Yeah.
You got hand towels you got to buy.
Yeah.
You got AC that you have to, you got all of that.
Communion juice.
And communion. Yeah. This one over here. What are you doing, Ricky? She's having her own little party over there.
I am, y'all. It was funny. You hear it?
No, don't hear it.
Hold up.
Oh,
I
Lord.
heard it.
It's probably on your Bluetooth.
Oh, no, that's the wrong thing.
No, that's
After all that. That's a toilet. That's all that toilet paper we're buying at the church.
No,
That's the cash app? I've never heard that
you
before.
got coins.
they got coins.
I've never heard that.
Really? You probably have it all, your notifications off.
She's having the ball over here with that.
I think that's an appropriate sound for our topic for today.
Run me my coins.
Right.
Run me my coins.
Just the reality that we
my
want.
God.
When people say they love their pastor and they love their first lady.
Yeah.
The reality is these people that you love have to pay bills.
Yeah. Bottom line.
And when we are having a problem with them generating revenue, that's so unfortunate and selfish.
Yeah,
Because
it is.
how do you think that they make themselves readily available to you at all times? Run him that money.
I'm gonna mute you.
Readily available at all times.
Yeah.
But what if he's hungry? Or what if his house is in foreclosure? Or what if
You gonna let me sleep on your couch?
right? Or what? All of y'all.
Yeah, the whole fam.
Or what if your lights are off and they don't know how long? Or you spend more time at the church.
Oh, how about the times where the pastor's light went off so they could pay your lights?
Oh, because that happens. Or the time that him and his family spend more time at church than they do at home because the lights off at their house. And those are the things that you don't know. Pastor, some committed. He always at the church. Him and his family.
Stop telling my business.
Okay, no problem. Sorry.
I remember when I was younger and I only had Crystal at the time, and it was a particular church that used to always help people with their light bills. And the line would be wrapped around the building to be able to give them a portion of whatever their light bills were. And I sit back and think, I don't even really see that happen anymore. I think if you call 211, they may have some services that may provide those types of services, Catholic charities and things of that nature. But just thinking about that came from somewhere.
Yeah.
It came from not just the lights did not
Miraculous.
the miraculous just produce money and a machine in the back is printing it out. Somebody had to be able
We
to
do have a printer.
mute yourself.
I was just trying to, man.
But just saying, the line is wrapped around the corner. Nobody complains then and say anything at that moment.
No.
Because they're in need, and then they're able to get their needs taken care of. And then when that happens.
They don't ever think about where that money is coming from to meet those needs.
And I want to say this before we close out on the show. When we don't do love offerings. I've never really seen a love offering but one time here. And it was a couple of months ago. Someone in the audience said that they wanted to bless you with something, and they asked everyone else they wanted to bless you with something, and you immediately turned around to the altar. As Lady T was standing there with the basket to her feet, and she was just looking down. And when you did get up, you didn't know who gave, who didn't give, and you immediately took that basket and you said, I'm expecting a harvest. This is just a seed. And you gave that entire basket of money to a family that was, you didn't know they were in need. They was probably their first or second time even here. But I was like literally in tears because I can feel the presence of God in that moment. Just saying how humble you were. I mean, you knew that God had so much more to you. You never counted the money. I have it on video. She was literally pulling out the money, and we gave her an envelope to put it in. I mean, I'm not talking about an envelope that you put mail in. I'm talking about a manila envelope that she was just like crying, putting the money in because she was in awe in reference to what she just experienced. And so that was such a beautiful moment.
Now she's on the praise team.
And now she's here at Elevate Church of Baton Rouge, her and her family. She's on the praise team as well, and she is just as bubbly and happy. And you never know what that did for her. And I remember her giving a testimony on our leadership call. She said she used to trust God with everything, and then she started to not trust God with everything anymore. And that was God's way of telling her that you can trust me with everything, because she had started to only give God a few things, and she was still trying to carry everything on her own. And with that being said, God will carry you through when the time is needed.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour.
Well, our time has come to an end. The Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Yep. Woo! Every Friday, 4:30 goes down right here on your radio dial, 1550 WPFC, as well as 1570 97.3 WABL out in Amy, Tangible Hope Parish area. You can find us on the dial. Of course, you can always catch previous shows of the Kingdom Hour on Facebook as well as YouTube. You can also go over to the Apple TV app and download the app, and you can find us there too. We're all over the place. And then Spotify. You can always catch us on Spotify too to catch some of the previous shows of the Kingdom Hour Radio Show. Listen, guys, our time is up. We had a grand time in here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Of course, for the Funky Cold Maninas over there holding it down, the ones and twos. We bid you a fine adieu. Y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all. And over here at the Command Center, we have none other than the Emerging Butterfly, Ricky Robinson of Ricky's Creative Concepts, and District 3 council person Desiree DC. We call her the voice. Y'all heard it. That's right, because you hear the voice. She is the voice. I love you guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
We love you too.
Love you too. Have a great weekend, everybody.
I've been your host, Apostle Keith. We up out of here. Y'all have a great one.
The hour cometh, and now it's the Kingdom Hour. Thank you for tuning in to the Kingdom Hour. We trust you have been blessed. If you would like to contact us, please visit our Facebook page at The Kingdom Hour, or you can email us, info@kingdomhour.com. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the next show.